have you been fishing here on Guntersville?
Yes, yeah, I've been out the last few days, and the lake is in a major transition right now. So, I mean, there was a lot of fish offshore for a lot longer than I would have expected. A lot of tournaments were really dominated with forward-facing sonar offshore. Hayden Marbut had a couple real good finishes.
Yes,
he won a couple events, and they were dominated with forward-facing sonar. And a lot of events, the top guys were doing that. And I don't think if you had a tournament today, you would see that be the case.
Right. What can they do to catch fish? I know you can catch them without forward-facing sonar.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Guntersville is such an awesome lake for the reason being that there's fish kind of everywhere always. There's fish that are always using the bridges. You hear guys coming from out of town, they hear about the bridges because they've got a lot of hype. A lot of tournaments have been won around that riprap and around the bridge pilings. And there's always bass that use that stuff. And you don't need forward-facing sonar to catch them around that. You can catch them on a swim bait or a crankbait or a worm or something around the bridges year-round. A chatterbait or vibrating jig in the grass 12 months out of the year can get a bite on this lake.
That's my favorite way.
That's it. Well, listen to this.
I mean, it's super. It's kind of intuitive once you do it a little bit. You throw your bait out there. You kind of want to let it sink and settle down into the grass, and then you get it going, and you're just basically trying to weave it in and out of the blades of grass. You're feeling it kind of go up and down in the grass. The key with the chatterbait on this lake, and really any lake, is you want to keep it in contact with the grass as much as possible while still feeling that blade vibrating.
Okay.
So
how do you know how long to let it sink? How do you find that out for the first time?
Usually, I mean, a good rule of thumb is just let it hit the bottom. I mean, cast it out there, just let it kind of freely sink down, let it hit the bottom. One thing that I'll do is I'll kind of reel up my slack and snatch the rod a little bit to get it going and just feel that blade start to vibrate. Chatterbait's great on this lake year-round. But if you don't have forward-facing sonar, that's a great place to start. Okay. Right now, if we're just going to jump into a quick, brief report of the lake, the fish are there's a huge wave of fish that have moved up to spawn. There's tons of fish up shallow. There's beds all over the place. If you can get into some areas where there's cleaner water, you'll be able to see the lighter areas, and those are the fish, up there getting ready to spawn or spawning. Right. And wacky rig this time of the year is really good. I know JD just did a little video talking about the stick bait, and that's great this time of the year. Over here at GTO, we've got a huge selection of stick baits. I personally just like the old standby, the Yamamoto. You can't go wrong with the Gary Yamamoto Senko. Color, I don't personally think matters that much. It's more just confidence at that point. Okay. But the Senko's the deal this time.